Patty, I would also like to say that soldiers, when you confront them and say, are there any orders that you will refuse for humanity's sake or from your conscience or whatever? And a lot of them will say, no, there's no orders that we will refuse. How about them apples?
Well, that has to do with, anyone who thinks that because you join the military that you are part of the solution is not thinking clearly. When you go and destroy people, which is what you're doing, you are killing innocents. You're not killing the people who start these wars. You're not touching them. You are killing innocent lives, women, children, elders. Every time you pick up a gun and put your uniform on and you salute a flag, what you are doing is stating that it's okay with you to kill innocents because that's what happens in war. And I don't care if you're offended, then you need to check yourself because the reality of what I'm saying is factual. You're not killing the problem. You are killing the solutions, the people, the innocents that can take us far beyond this. You know? This is where we are. If you think that your government sanctions you the right to take life and that all is good because they sanctioned you and said it's okay for you to take a gun and kill that woman and her child, it's okay for you to get in a plane and drop those bombs, it's okay for you to go and cover millions and millions of forest land with deadly chemicals to kill every living thing. If you think that that makes it okay for you to do their evil, then you're wrong. You're working on ignorance. No one has the right to dictate the lives of innocent people because of their policies or their greed. And that's all they are after, is control. It's not after freedom or democracy. Democracy is a mockery of freedom. It has nothing to do with freedom. It has to do with haves and have-nots. It has to do with greed and corporate structures. It has to do with lies and hidden agendas, just like every other form of government. If you think that your government is right in going to Iraq and destroying a whole country and then providing the window of opportunity for terrorists to come in and take it over just so that they can go back and say, oh, well, we need to get over here and take over the next country because they're the bad boys. You're ignorant. You're working on ignorance. If you think that violence begets you anything honorable, then you're delusional. And I'm sorry if I offend you, but what you do offends me. Sorry.
No, don't be sorry, Patty. You let her rip. I mean, that was a nice little rant there. These soldiers, when they come back after all the gruesome things they've done, they come back with post-stress disorder. And, that's cause and effect. What goes around comes around. Sorry if that offends people too.
Well, when you give yourself over to a government that doesn't care if you kill innocents, if you kill women and children, if you destroy cities and stuff, how can you possibly expect that they're going to care about you? Seriously. You know?
Right. And, there is an area for guns, and that's strictly self-defense only. And hopefully one of these days, Americans will, well, Australians have had their guns taken away, but Americans will say, well, we're not taking this rubbish anymore, and if my friend gets bailed up and, a gun is pulled on him, well, so be it. If people bring out their weapons, open carry, whatever. Self-defense is good.
Well, I got an idea. You people that are in militaries across the globe that think it's a really cool idea to kill things, you enjoy it, you enjoy pointing a gun at somebody and blowing them away. You enjoy destroying whole cities of innocent people. I got a better job for you. You know, instead of pointing them guns at innocent people, why don't you go to your governments and ask them what their agenda is, why they think that killing innocents is a good deal, why they think that destroying countries and then taking them over is a good deal. And if you can justify that outside of greed, if they can justify to you that going to war in a country is actually making it safe for people, then there you go. But you can't do that because they're not interested in safety. They're not interested in peace. They're not interested in abundance. They're interested in death and destruction. And you're part of it. And if you acquiesce because, oh, my government told me these are bad guys, and that woman over there, that grandma with that little 4-year-old kid, yeah, they're the enemy. I have to kill them. If you justify in that way, then maybe you should take your guns and shoot each other because you're the real enemy. I know that sounds harsh, but I'm sick and tired of people saying that war is the answer, that if we kill enough people and we take over enough countries, that we will somehow find peace. Who are you going to find peace with when you've destroyed all the people? I didn't mean to go here. This is something that is in me, and I haven't talked about it before because I don't like to offend people. It's not in me to do so. But this is beyond that. You're hearing my heart. You're hearing the truth of where I come from. There is evil, abundant. And you who are putting on the helmets and the gear and going out and finding these cities to destroy, you are part of that evil. And nothing makes it right. There is no justification.
Well, those who send you off to do that, they don't give a crap for you either. You're just doing their dirty work. They don't care about you, just like none of these politicians care about the people. They don't give a crap about the people. This is what people have to understand. They're going to save, one of the politicians, Trump is going to save America, going to save the people. This one's going to save the people. That one's going to... What's wrong with everybody? To look for somebody else? Some manipulated people, puppets, thinking they're going to save you?
Well, I can guarantee you 100% that my strategy will stop the death and destruction of innocents across the globe. If those who are told to go to war refuse to go to war, there will be no more war. I promise you that.
I totally agree with you, Patty. If only they would say, no, I'm not going to do your dirty, disgusting, evil work. I'm not going to do it. That's stepping out of the system. That's part of stepping away from the system.
We need to say no in a way that hasn't happened for a very long time. I've talked before about the Prussian education system that changed people all over this planet. This is where we are right now. There is no one who is not in the projects. there is no one on this planet who is not in the projects. If you have turned on the television one time or the radio one time, been taken by someone and forced to fight one time, or told any of the crap that we tell you about one time, this was meant to be worldwide in the complete takeover, taking over the human realm. So you don't even have to pick up the gun and put on the nice uniform with the shiny buttons to be in. The majority of people I even talk to are in it and they don't see it. You have to choose deep inside in a way that is difficult for us because you have to connect emotionally with this. You need to feel it, and it needs to become part of you, that you will not be this beast that they want you to be, whether it's a beast of compliance, whether it's a beast of actually working for the system. Why, there's always this hierarchy thing. That's their idea. That's not us. Our bodies are not made that way. Our children are not born this way. They are born needing a mother, a father, community, society. Since we are still born in this way, we are not coming out swimming like a predator. We are born helpless. This is enough proof that you are not these people. You are not the few that are doing this to us. So really feel that. Let it go inside. You don't really have to do anything. Sometimes it's you're not doing anything. And whether you have guns or no guns, I don't know. You have a gun that is going to kill people, it's going to kill people. You're going to pay for that. It is. You're going to pay for that. But that's your choice. It's not my choice. And I'm going to say what I said again. What we can do is look inside ourselves and find that one thing that gives you passion. If you can make a little list of what really makes you happy, and on the other side of the page, make a list of what you're doing. The things that aren't from the first side of the list is what you need to do. It's really simple, and it's individual, and no one can tell you what those things are. Find your thing. Find your happy place, I guess, if you want to call it that. Find what really makes you happy. And if you make that list, you'll be surprised how simple those things are. How you can have those things in your life right now.
Indeed. It's just a movement away. We each have the capacity to be greater than anything that we have ever experienced in this life. We talk about miracles. We have no conception of what we can truly do and who we truly are.